Gilbert Arenas has been going on what I would call a small press run, just basically explaining what's been unfolding in real time to us for the past 2 years on the Gills Arenas show. And what's interesting about it is that he's giving us these details, but it's really to promote what he's got going on next. Yesterday, he actually went on his own channel and answered some more questions, or I should say, go into more detail about certain things. And you could tell that, like, while on the podcast, he was really on some, I got you, petty, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. Here on his actual channel yesterday, when he was answering some questions from, I'm not really sure who it is. It could be Low, but it could be somebody else. And you can visually see and hear that he's hurt, man. He's hurt by the moves that Rashad McCants has decided to go with. And he explains why it hurts him. You know what I mean? And it makes total sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that part at the beginning of this video, and then we'll dive into all the other things that he mentioned in the last couple of days on these podcasts if you did miss that. All right, so let's jump right into it.
And thank you for the opportunity. I didn't know there was the ones that went to the gym, gave you a call and asked you to do the show. I didn't know every time that they wanted to fire you, I stood 10 toes down. So how I looked at Rashad was this. When I needed someone to start the show, when I was asking for people, hey, I'm trying to start this show. I have a vision. I don't know what it is. I just need you to trust me. Without question, he said, hell yeah, I got you. Right? First week, right? You know, Brandon comes on. Guess two didn't show up. So I called Rashad as a filler. It was on boom there. Wednesday, the guest wasn't showing up, so I had to call Rashad and Brandon, can y'all show up? Mm-hmm. Boom, like clockwork, right? 2 weeks in, we're moving. And then from there is, this is who I'm rolling with. The guys who were there to help this vision go.
And that's where the answer lies right there. McCants and Brandon Jennings were there from day one. The people that he originally wanted wasn't showing up when the time mattered to show up. So who showed up? McCants, Brandon Jennings, no questions asked. Whether they actually believed in his vision or not, they consistently pulled up. And so for him, that was like, yeah, we're solid. This is a squad. Let's run it. So when shit hits the fan and, you know, senior leadership wants to get rid of McCants, he's like, nah, you can't do that, dogs. That's not even possible. You know what I'm saying? Like we all here as one. Like he said, it's a player podcast. You know what I mean? We're not getting rid of him. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't have the same vision. You know, some people may have a vision that you see, but they also have a vision for themselves. And if they see an opportunity to take a step further towards their vision, you know, 9 times out of 10, people are going to do that.
So I want to thank you for believing in me to get you to where you are. Right? Like, I mean, Gills Arena wouldn't have started without, you know, you and Brandon, you know, really believing in, you know, the vision, you know, that I had, because, you know, I can tell you that a lot of people that I thought was gonna participate didn't. And then after 2 weeks, you know, when they started calling, I don't speak English either now. So when the talks of removing you, because, you know, they didn't understand what you bring to the table, there was never no wavering. But I am happy for him, you know, if he gets the opportunity because he deserves it. He helped build what Gills Arena was. Every single, you know, person on the cast. So them moving forward and, you know, going in a different direction, that's what we should all be proud of, right? You know.
Now, I got to give credit to Gil here. You know, he's been hurt. He feels like a friend has backstabbed him, and he's still wishing success upon that person. And that takes a lot of mental strength for somebody to do in moments like this, especially when you're a public figure like Gil, where hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, maybe 1 million, who knows what his reach is going to see this type of content, right? That takes a lot of courage to do. And so you got to big up somebody that can do something like that.
You know, all I can say is good luck. You know, if he has his own show, he needs me to come on and help him. Hey, he did it for me, so shit, I'm going to do it for him. You know what I mean?
Okay, so now I'm going to show you 2 podcasts in specific that he decided to go on. That's going to be Carmelo Anthony's 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast, and then Charlie Villanueva's To the Baja, right? And the reason why I'm showing these 2 specifically is because they're relatively new. If you're up to date with anything Gills Arena, then you should have some kind of sense of what was going on. And these 2 podcasts that he recently went on should fill in the blanks, if you will. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at what he said about the situations based on the questions that they asked.
So what happened was this. When that case happened,
Okay.
right? When the case happened, we got a new dude that was responsible for what was going on. And it was basically my contract was coming up.
Yeah.
So it was basically, we're going to negotiate you. We're going to negotiate while you on the floor.
Yeah.
Right. So it was basically it seemed like just a takeover.
Oh, yeah.
So we started off number one basketball show, right? Live show on the internet. We go from 4 days, thinking we're about to get 5 days, go to 2 days. Right? So it was basically this big standoff. So it's like, all right, this is how y'all want to play? And it was like, yeah, you know, this is part of negotiation. And I was like, you don't want to negotiate with a dude like me. Because if they fire me, I get all my Gills Arena rights. Because once we're done, I get my Gills Arena rights. And I didn't want to wait to June 31st.
You went to them earlier?
Who?
Did you go to them earlier and say that you was ready to be done? Underdog?
No. See, this was an underdog.
Oh.
This was that dude.
Oh, that they bought in.
The dude, like the dude that just came in. So because he wanted to negotiate, I negotiated the way I negotiate. Who you negotiating with it? I go straight to them. Hey, listen, when I end, I have the rights to Gills Arena. So what you want to do? Well, we're gonna go with you. I bet. And I said, hey, just keep negotiating with him. I need to see who he really is. I want to see who the cast is when they think I'm out.
My enemy's enemy.
Yeah, so I just sat back with all the raises in my pocket, just sitting there.
Gil Arenas is really smart, man. I mean, from the very beginning, you can tell he's been strategizing his exit soon as he sensed something was off.
So nobody from Gills Arenas coming back? It's just you?
I don't know, man. Josiah.
Okay.
I saved some of the staff members that got fired from the new dudes.
Right. But the actual rotating cast, like everybody's going, Kenyon.
Yeah, they all got fired.
Nick, Rashad.
Shit.
Okay.
Definitely Rashad.
Okay. Parted ways or got fired? That's different.
They got fired. Right. I just stayed home, hoping I would get fired. So they had to stop the show that day.
Oh, they got fired from the company.
Yeah.
Not from
from
Gil himself. I'm trying to clear that up.
No. I didn't fire them. They left me.
And then they got fired.
Then they got fired from the company. Yeah. I know they still had to do their job, but like I wanted to see where the loyalty was.
Was there anything specifically? You said Rashad specifically. Was there anything that he specifically did that let you know,
Yes.
like, I really can't?
He kept shouting out the dude's name that was tanking our show.
Cemetery lyric.
Yeah, like the dude didn't do nothing for you, dog. He didn't. Your deal was done before he got here. First of all, real talk. He tried to fire you at the beginning of the season. He tried to fire you at the beginning of the season. That's why they were trying to, like, Skip was getting paid for 4 days. He was only there 3. One was going to be our show. And that was to replace him because they both contrarians. They both go against it. But they said Skip does it better. He don't cuss. He don't drop the N-bomb every other hour. So they're looking for these sponsors. So they're trying to fire you. Me and Joe standing on 10 toes. Nah, we good. We're good with our roster. We're number 1 with our roster. Right? So what they did is like, all right, well, Joe and Gil ain't breaking. Hey, Rashad, you want to play? You want to go to the football? Yeah, come on, football on Friday. Yeah, do a little football. So he's going to jump on the football. Then they're like, hey, can Skip come on the show with you? We can do that on Friday too. Then they do an episode with Skip on Friday. And he's like, oh man, me and Skip. And so they did that to him.
Right.
But I'm like, yo, dude never did anything. Why are you going with dude? I told you we had beef and we had war. He's trying to take over Gills Arena. So you giving him shout outs, 3 of them. So I'm like, all right. I told you we beefing with him. So the fact that you in your shout out, it ain't Underdog. Me and Underdog, we good. Jeremy, Nick, like Kate, those are beautiful people. They just hired a dude who was just a weed. Right? And he kept shouting this dude out. And I was like, all right, okay, y'all got something going on. He done promised you something. I bet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, Bentley, what you got to say to McCants about this whole situation? Got nothing to say.
Me and Shad didn't have no problems. Like, I didn't have no problem. Like, what he did is what he did. It's just that, why you, like, him? Like, why are you picking him over us?
Y'all haven't spoken since?
Nah.
Okay.
If it was Underdog, like, giving him a better position, and say an Underdog and Jeremy, like, yo, we want you as a star.
I know how
cool.
it goes.
Like, the shit you did for 4 years, you deserve your own show and all this.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
But I told you, I have a problem. Me and Joe, he's trying to fire us. He tried to fire you. We beefing because of you, technically. Because we not letting what was going down go down. We're not integrating. This was player podcast. Right? So we're standing down for you. So for you to pick his side, that became a problem. But you knew that. And you purposely doing it now.
Something that I find interesting is that McCants has been going around saying how he doesn't know what's going on, and Gil just kind of just left and he doesn't understand. But from Gil's account, he's been telling McCants, hey, we have a problem with this one guy. Me and this guy, we're beefing. And you played oblivious. This is all according to Gil, that McCants is playing oblivious to the information that Gil has let him know about. So when you start to see everything unfold, and then McCants, is consistently playing the opposite. And then once everything hits the fan and then the show ends, now he's getting on podcasts like, I don't really know what's going on. I haven't spoke to Gil, At some point, according to Gil, he told you what was going on, and it seems like you decided not to listen. Maybe this was the opportunity that he thought was to get a step closer to whatever his vision, his goals in life are. And he just chose the wrong time and opportunity to give it a go, if you will.
So me and Josiah did a little podcast, and we was like basically just explaining, what was going on with the football show, basketball show. So I created the football show, and I brung the football show. I talked to Skip, me and Skip, went golfing. We had our conversations and how, what he wanted to do in this space. So created the football show. So now I got football and basketball. And the idea was, we create, a football channel, put it on there so both things can expand. We can expand to 5 days. The football show can start off with 2-3 days and then eventually build up. We will help push them. And then, we can go on the show. I can go on. I don't really know football like that, but, I can learn. I know Kenyon does football. I know Rashad likes football. So we can kind of, tease it a little bit, help them out, and then go from there. But they have their own show, they have their own stars, and they can build it like that. Well, after I got in trouble, it seemed like, yeah, fuck everything I was talking about. They wanted to take the wheel. And eventually, they turned on me after the low what's the name and said we were disparaging their names. We were disparaging them because I told the world, which they already posted, that we was only doing 2 days a week. So, we're only going to do 2 days. That's a Wednesday and a Thursday. And the football show is going to continue keep doing Monday, Tuesday, Friday. And I'm like, I said, so let me make this make sense. The number one sports show that's doing 50 million views a month is going to get 2 days in the middle of the week. Wednesday, Thursday. So that means after Thursday, we're not gonna talk again until motherfucking next Wednesday.
That's tough.
So
Not possible.
we're the last group to talk to sport. Okay.
See, so here on the Baja, it seems like Gil is telling us, hey, look, it's clear that they're trying to get rid of the basketball show. Or they just don't value the basketball show. Because if we're the number one sports show on the internet, and you want to take us from multiple days, 4 days to 2 days, 5 days to 2 days, and then add a football show and give the football show more days than the number one show on the internet. There's a reason it's number one. It's either because they're talking about basketball or it's because of the people that's talking about basketball. Nowhere in that formula was football or a new cast told to be the number one show. So clearly, they were either trying to get rid of the show or they just didn't value what was going on at the moment. And that's unfortunate because now you see what's going on.
What I'm gonna do is you're taking 40% of my contract. I'm gonna take 80% of me away. Right? So I didn't post anymore. I didn't say the name anymore. I didn't wear the product anymore. And I didn't even do, if people notice, I wouldn't even do my picks no more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even do the pick. I'm good. I'm gonna just come to work like a motherfucker. I'm at work. I'm coming in as a worker. So me and Joe was basically being hammered October, November, December. Like the only reason I didn't leave then and kick the niggas out of the house, Skip Bayless is the only reason I didn't kick. Skip was like, hey, listen, just hang in there. Think about all the people that's here, the workers, your staff, just like we're all gonna overnight just. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Like, I'm thinking about Rashad. I'm thinking about, Nick King, and like, people got, mouths to feed. So it's bigger
Yep.
than me.
Yo, imagine you're negotiating with somebody and your plan is to get rid of certain people. And then they talk to one of the guys that you wanted to be a replacement, lets him know, hey, I'm finna just shut this whole shit down. Like, fuck it. Y'all could go figure it out. And he says, no, don't do it yet. Just think about everybody else and their families and the mouths they have to feed. He's like, you know what? You're right. That would be hella petty and selfish of me. That's what Gil did. Like, this is freaking crazy to hear. Like, yo, first of all, Gil bought Skip Bayless in. So they tried to replace the people. He bought Skip Bayless in. And they think that it just doesn't make sense how you think you're going to have a coup over the person who's bringing everybody in. It makes no sense. But, that's corporate for you. That's corporate for you. And to his credit again, he doesn't have a problem with Underdog. Just that one guy that he happens to mention here in the Baja podcast, Liam, just has a problem with Liam. Everybody else seems to be A-OK, solid over there. Hope they still have their job. But Liam, sounds like you screwed up big time, bud.
How do you have a show named Gills Arena and not have Gil on it?
See, that's later on. That's later on. That's all. That wasn't them. That was me. That was me. That was Yeah, that was strategy there. So,
Oh, okay.
so basically, what happened was they decided that they thought this was a game. I'm in the middle of an indictment trying to figure out what the fuck is going on there, right? I got people. Then the Chauncey and them shit hit. Now people think because I'm out there laughing, talking I'm a snitch on everybody. He gets in trouble. They think that's my case, nigga. That's two different cases. I've never seen Chauncey outside of basketball court. I don't know what the nigga look like in regular life. I've never seen him in regular. I only seen him when we played the Clippers or Detroit, whatever team he was on. That's the only time I ever seen him, KG, any of them. I've never seen them in in regular life. Right? That's not my case, but I'm getting hit with all of that. So I'm really going through the motion. Now he wants to negotiate, and I thought we was a family here. So I said, all right, look, if you want King Kong, he's coming. Right? If you want me, like if you want, I thought we was a family. So if I'm asking for 20 million for family, I go 15, 13, let everybody eat too. King Kong, he don't play no games. So if you want to negotiate, you want to negotiate. So I let them put the full court press on. So this is what you're trying to, so you just want to play games. You don't really care about the contract. You want to see how much you can take from me and break me. So I had to Google, I had to start finding out who he is. Oh, he was an athlete in high school and college that didn't make it to the pros. Okay, so you trying to test to see who got the bigger nuts. Got it. So you want to break me. Okay, guy, I see what this is. So all I did was I just sent my people over to his side of the building. Hey, he's taking everything. Is he protecting the things he's taking? No? Okay. So he has a war. He's sending all his troops over here, and he has nobody protecting his castle? I bet. So from there, it was just do everything he says, because I know no matter what he takes, I'm gonna get it back, because I'm gonna just get it back on the back end because he has no protection. So from there, it was just outsmarting him the whole time. You're not reading the room. That was the problem. You're not reading the room. You're not reading what's going on. Like you don't see they trying to take over. You don't see they trying to blend the couch. You don't see that you and Skip are saying the same thing. Like you know what I mean? Like you use a shooting guard, and he's a shooting guard too, bro. Right? He ain't the point guard. He ain't the small forward. He's a shooting guard too. So if y'all both are LeBrons, you like LeBron, and you're doing this, that means you guys need someone to go at. It's not you two going at each other. Y'all are aligned. He was your replacement, and you're not seeing it. So what I decided to do is, if you ever seen it, I wasn't really on with Skip. See, me and Skip, we talked. So he already knew I was gonna miss episodes when he was on. I needed them to see that who's the back and forth between you two. Y'all now got to create fake enemies, which y'all already established. Y'all don't like LeBron. You don't like the Lakers. You don't like this. Y'all both are the same. He just does it better because he researches. Like Skip never loses a battle because Skip battles is how he presents the evidence.
So,
So
Gil, so
Skip is
what?
going to be real researched. Like you got your numbers, and you an all-star, and he's gonna say, hey, this is why he should be an all-star. It didn't give you all the numbers that he's gonna find. So he's gonna be real research. Rashad is just gonna come on whatever you say, he's just gonna do the opposite. So for the most part, he's gonna most likely be wrong because he's just doing the opposite. He wants to be the contrarian. But they have a better contrarian on the couch. So you need to open your eyes and see what's going on here. So you're not reading the room. You keep thinking this is about me and you. That's not this year, bro. This is what we had before is not the same thing now. All that over talking while Skip was in the room, that's not how Skip works. This ain't show. This is not our show anymore. They're trying to present another show, and Skip is the star. And you
Yeah, well,
need to look and open your eyes. So once I signed that and got that down, So now I got my own studio, which now I got 2 studios or 3. All the new equipment that you just upgraded fucking in January, and then I get the show back. Oh, I'm good. So hey, playmaker. So what y'all talking? Okay, so so let me get this straight. They need this money to continue the next 2 years. That's what they told you? Yes. Say less. So if I sign this right here, they gonna lose their jobs? Possibly. Say less. You know what? Listen, before I sign this dot right here, I need one thing. I need you to keep negotiating until May. See, if they find out right now, they possibly can have uh, um, a backup plan. But if you go all the way to May, that'd be hard to get a backup plan. So we got a deal? Say less. Woo. Signed it. And then after I signed it, I was like, you know what? It was a Wednesday. We had a meeting with the HOA. HOA was like, you know what? On Tuesday, y'all got too many people. They got like 30 people here, and they're taking up parking spaces. You got these black trucks. Because now the football show, most of those guys are out. They live out of town, so they fly in, come from the airport. So now you got, at one point, when there's a switch off, you got too many people there.
Yeah.
You know, white folks don't like a lot of blacks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like Skip was fine. Skip and the staff is fine. But Kenyon and Key,
tread
you
carefully.
got
We
black
got a
men
white
walking
guy
down
on
the
the couch.
street.
We do.
So they basically said, can you just,
You
lower the number of people? I
Mm-hmm.
said, yeah. I said, how many people? Like 8, 9, 10? They was like, yes, just lower it. All right, bet. Deal. We got a deal. Hey, can you tell them that the community said they need to get the fuck out now, ASAP? Like, yeah. Like, what do you mean? He said they didn't say that. I said, no, yes, they did. They need to get out today. So Monday, they got to find a new place. So I called, told them that, hey, the community kicked y'all out.
So do you kick them out your crib?
Yeah,
Basically?
kick them. Yeah,
So
kick them out.
you was playing chess while they were playing checkers?
Yeah.
The negotiating skills of Gil is freaking crazy. I mean, to get away with a paycheck, a new studio, all the equipment inside the studio, all the old studio equipment that was left in his home. I mean, what a amazing negotiation tactic. And then not to mention that somewhere in his contract was written that once his contract ends, he retains full ownership of the Gills Arenas name and likeness. That is, I mean, yeah. That's what we call a full house in poker. You know what I mean?